Hello dear students, good morning. This is Khadar handling JEE and NEET classes of E4U. Today I am going to discuss some MCQs from that is chapter surface chemistry. So far we have been completed the previous video lectures, part 1, part 2, part 3, everything we completed. Now based on that we are going to solve some questions. Now let us start with here first question. Question number 1 here. Which of the following characteristics is associated with adsorption? Then they given some thermodynamical parameters. Functions delta G, delta H are negative, but delta S is positive. Already we know. Some relation of Gibbs free energy. Del G is equal to del H minus T delta S. Am I correct or not? This is the Gibbs free energy. Change in Gibbs free energy. Then what I have to do, dear students? We want here del H. Del H is equal to what, dear students? Del G plus T delta S. Already we know this relation. Am I correct or not? Since we are taking the spontaneous reaction, for spontaneous if we know, then del G value becomes, dear students, negative spontaneous reaction. Non-spontaneous del G becomes positive, but the reaction is already at equilibrium, del G is equal to 0. Now we have to consider for spontaneous reaction, del G is equal to negative. Next one, change in entropy value here. Change in entropy value. First of all, what is entropy? The degree, the degree of randomness, or disorderness in the system. That means here, more entropy will be, that means here, change in entropy value will be, decreasing. That means here decreases means del S value becomes here, students, negative. Then what you have to do here, just you substitute here, del H is equal to, minus del G plus T into del S value, dear students, minus del S, because del S value negative. That implies here del H is equal to minus of del G, plus T delta S. Am I correct or not? That implies del G value here negative or not? Del H value negative. Del H is negative, that means here change in enthalpy value is negative. Change in enthalpy value is negative. That is comes under exothermic or endothermic, dear students? Exothermic. During adsorption, heat energy is releases. That means here, dear students, del H value negative. Next one, del G value here spontaneous reaction negative. Next one, del S value spontaneous negative. That is all are comes under negative. What are the options here? Just check it. Del G, del H and del S all are negative. That is option D. Next one, we can go for question number 2 in the same slide. What is the value of 1 by n in Freundlich adsorption isotherm? Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Since we discussed in video lecture, Freundlich isotherm, first of all here what is, dear students? Now log x by m is equal to logarithm of k plus 1 by n into log p. This is Freundlich isotherm equation. Am I correct or not? Now here what is asking the values here? What is the value of 1 by n Freundlich isotherm? N value which is greater than equal to 1. Then what about 1 by n value, dear students? 0, which is it is range 1 by n which is less than or equal to 1. This is the range of 1 by n. That means here between 0 and 1 in all the cases, that is comes under option B. Next, go for question number 3. Which of the following statements is incorrect about physis option? Which of the following is statements is incorrect about physis option? Already know physis option. Weak intermolecular forces which is acting on the surface of the adsorbent, then heat of enthalpy value is very very less. It is reversible in nature. Next one, it forms multi layers. Just you have to check it here. What are the reversible nature? It is correct. It forms multi layer. Yes, correct. It involves high activation energy. Okay, next one, okay, the extent of physics option decreases with the increase of, okay, with the increase the temperature, correct, that one also. But what is the option here, dear students? It involves high activation energy, that is they are asking, okay, with respect to, okay, incorrect statement, option C, third one. Next one, that's okay, same slide 4 question. For Freundlich isotherm, a graph of logarithm of x by m is plotted against log p. They given, okay, I already written here Freundlich isotherm. Okay, question number 4 I am taking. This is the Freundlich isotherm, log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n into log p. Then just I am comparing this equation with the slope y is equal to c plus mx or not, c plus mx, then slope m is equal to 1 by n. That means, dear students, positive slope means how the graph will be, okay. Now if you take it here, this is x, this is y, okay. Now I can consider this is logarithm of x by m, this is I can consider log p. Am I correct or not? Positive slope means it passes through the origin here, okay. Now according to experimental condition it is like this here, then this is the slope 1 by n. What is the intercept they are asking here? Okay, slope we got it here 1 by n, then just to compare here log x by m, y is equal to, okay, c plus, this is the constant, okay, m into x. Then we gave the relation between logarithm of x by m versus log p, slope 1 by n we got it. Then what is the intercept, dear students? Logarithm of k, that is the log 1 by n comma log k is the options, option here you can consider C. Okay, next one, go for next question. Okay, now fifth question, dear students. Okay, question number 5. Which of the following statements is true? Okay, now they are asking, okay, chemical adsorption, it's also called as chemisoption. Chemisoption forms unimolecular layer. Okay, correct, they are asking correct, true, okay, true statement. Which of the following statements is true? Next one, it is reversible process. Okay, next one, it is independent of the pressure. Next one, it has a low enthalpy change. Okay, now which of the following statements is true? Okay, then what I have to do is here, okay, it is an incorrect statement, dear students. Which of the following statements is actually we have to tell it is incorrect. Okay, now chemical absorption forms unimolecular layer, it is correct only. Okay, it is independent of the temperature. Next one, it has low enthalpy change. Chemical absorption, low enthalpy change, dear students. Okay, now chemical absorption here, high enthalpy. Chemical absorption has high, okay, enthalpy change, its value 80 to 240, okay, kilojoule per mole. Am I correct? Okay, why it has a high enthalpy change? That means here, if you check it, if you take the surface of the adsorbent, I can consider here this one is forming the, okay, the bond between, okay, atom versus surface of the adsorbent. If you want to break this bond, you have to supply large amount of energy. That heat energy, heat of enthalpy also releases more. That's why we have to supply large amount of energy. That is known as, dear students, 80 to 240. This is the more value. But in case of physics option, if you take it, 20 to 40 kilojoule per or kilocalorie per mole of energy is releasing. That is the option. What is the, dear students? Option here D. Okay, next one, question number 6. Okay, adsorption of gases on solid surface is exothermic reaction because, okay, adsorption, always since we discussed in question number 1, why it is like that? Just if you check it here, adsorption of gases on solid surface is exothermic reaction because free energy increases. Check it here, del G value how much? What is the del G? Del G value negative. Okay, increase means, okay, plus should be, but here negative, that is wrong option. Next one, enthalpy is positive. Delta H value becomes what is positive? No, it is negative, wrong. Next one, entropy increases. Entropy increases, delta S value negative, it is also wrong. Next one, enthalpy is negative, very important, that is del H is equal to negative during adsorption. Okay, heat energy is releases. That means here delta H value negative, that is option D. Okay, next one, you can go for question number 7. Okay, zeolites are shape selective structures because of, okay, first of all, we discussed zeolites, which comes under what type of catalyst, dear students? Okay, shape selective catalyst. First of all, what is meant by shape selective catalyst? Okay, this catalyst which is mainly depends on the pore structures of the catalyst and the size of the reactant and product molecules, which is known as shape selective catalyst. Best example for the shape selective catalyst are zeolites. What are they given? Why it has zeolites are comes under shape selective? Okay, due to high adsorption capacity, no. Okay, if you have more adsorption, it's not comes under here, zeolites. Next one, 3D network of atoms. Okay, if it this reason it not comes under zeolites. Presence of aluminosilicate. Generally, zeolites it is called as sodium or aluminum silicates. That is which indicates definition. Because of this aluminosilicate is not act as a shape selective. Next one, option D here, due to the presence of honeycomb like structures. Honeycomb like structures, that is the option D. Option D. Next one, in the same slide, question number 8. Which of the following statements is incorrect about enzyme catalysis? About enzyme catalysis. Okay, we know enzymes. What is meant by enzymes here, students? Enzymes are the complex nitrogenous organic compounds which are produced by living plants and animals. Okay, next one, some characteristics are given here. First characteristic, what is given? Enzymes are mostly proteinous in nature. Okay, that is asking here incorrect statement. That is correct, because protein like structures only due to the presence of high molecular mass. Enzymes action is specific, correct. Next one, these are denatured by ultraviolet rays and at high temperature. Yes, we can be denatured, okay, if you are applying the high temperature and in the presence of ultraviolet rays. Okay, correct. Next one, these are least reactive at optimum temperature. Optimum temperature, dear students, okay, the minimum, okay, the sufficient amount of the temperature, the sufficient temperature which is called as optimum. Okay, at optimum temperature it is act as a least reactive. No, that is the wrong statement they are asking. Question number 8 is option D. Next one, go for question number 9. The coagulation values in millimoles per liter of the electrolyte used for the coagulation of arsenous sulfide are given below. Understand? Question number 9. Okay, how we have to check it, dear student? Just I am writing here. Okay. Now question number 9. What they are asking, the coagulation value in millimoles per liter of the electrolyte used for the coagulation of what is arsenous sulfide or given below. NaCl coagulation value is given, dear students. NaCl is equal to 50 to next one, BaCl2 is given, that is 0.69, MgSO4 0.22. The correct order of their coagulating power is, first of all we need to understand the definition of the coagulation value. What is coagulation value, dear students? The minimum concentration in millimoles per liter. What is the, dear student? The minimum concentration in millimoles per liter is required to cause precipitation in 2 hours. To cause precipitation in 2 hours, which is known as coagulation value. Which is known as, dear students, coagulation value. This coagulation power or coagulation, understand, power, which is very important relation, which is inversely proportional to coagulation value. Which is inversely proportional to, dear students, coagulation value. That means which one having the less coagulation value? If the coagulation value is less, then what will happen? More coagulation power. Just check it here, MgSO4. This is given here 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Am I correct or not? The correct order of their coagulating power is, now which one has the less coagulation, coagulation value, that having the greater power or not? They are asked us to arrange coagulating power. That means this is the greater 3, which is greater than, then after 0.69, 2 which is greater than 1. 3 to 1, 3 2, 1, that is option number C. Correct or not? Okay, next one. Okay, question number 10 in the same slide. Fog is a colloidal solution of fog. Okay, we are observing. Okay, fog is a during winter we are observing fog is a colloidal solution of solid in gas, gas in gas, liquid in gas, or gas in liquid. Okay, fog generally what type of colloidal solution, dear students? Liquid in gas type of solution. What type of solution? Colloidal solution. Here, okay, liquid which is comes under, dear students, dispersed phase, which is comes under dispersed phase, whereas gas which is comes under, dear students, dispersion medium. Dispersion medium, because the component which is present in the colloidal solution, two dispersed phase and medium, am I correct? Like a true solution, solute and solvent. Solute and solvent. Here questions dispersion phase and dispersion medium. Okay, this is the question number 10. Next we can go for question number 11. Okay, the migration. Okay, question number 11. Very important. This is all definitions on simple concept based questions, dear students. The migration of colloidal particles under the influence of an electric field is correctly known as, okay, electroosmosis, okay, electrophoresis, electrodialysis, next one electrodispersion. Okay, already in previous lecture we discussed, okay, what are the properties of colloidal solutions. What are the properties we studied? Color and, okay, Tyndall effect, Brownian moment. Okay, next one, charge on the colloidal particles. Okay, next one, why we have to study this one? Okay, the definition which is comes under electrophoresis, the migration of the colloidal particles, whether these colloidal particles has been carrying some charges or not. How we are observing? Okay, if you take, okay, if you apply some electric field between the two platinum electrodes, or you can consider graphite electrode also, what will happen, dear students? For example, okay, the soul is positive, that means the colloidal solution is positive in nature. Then slowly the positive soul which is slowly attracting towards negative, okay, that, okay, process are known as, okay, electrophoresis. Electrophoresis, that is the option, okay, 11th one option, dear students, option B. Okay, dear students, please note it down. We can continue our this one. Okay, dear students, let us come back for question number, okay, 12. Okay, now what they are asking, the electrolyte having the, okay, maximum, okay, it's not given, dear students, please note down there. Okay, the electrolyte which is having the maximum fluctuating value for, okay, AgI, okay, Ag plus, question number 12, AgI, Ag plus, that means they are asking for the positive soul, okay, which one is the greater, okay, fluctuating value, they are asked us to calculate here. The electrolyte having the maximum fluctuating value for AgI, okay, to positive soul Ag plus, they given, dear students, here option A, Na2S, B, okay, Na3, PO4, C, NaCl, D, okay, Na2S4, 4. First of all, how it will be decomposed? I am writing here 2Na plus S, 2 minus 3Na plus PO4, 3 minus Na plus Cl minus, okay, next one here 2Na plus SO4 2 minus. Okay, since we know the relation, okay, the fluctuating power which is inversely proportional to fluctuating or coagulation value. Okay, fluctuating is nothing but a coagulation, both are same only. The electrolyte having the maximum fluctuating value for silver, okay, plus sol is Na2S. Okay, what is the charge? Okay, Ag plus, that is the positive sol. What type of, which is attracting towards negative electrolyte or negative fluctuating value we have to consider. Okay, here charge is S2 minus, here phosphate 3 minus, here Cl minus, here sulfate. Okay, 2 minus. Am I correct or not? Okay, since we know the relation, okay, between fluctuating power versus fluctuating value, both are inverse proportional. That means here which one having the greater charge, having the less fluctuating value. But they are asking us to calculate, okay, word is not given, dear students. The question number 12, maximum, that word is there. The electrolyte having maximum fluctuating value. That means this is the greater ion. That means here minimum fluctuating value or not? Minimum fluctuating value. That is the -3 charge here. This is -2. This is -2. This is -1. That means here which one having the lower charge, less charge, having the greater fluctuating value, that is comes under, dear students, Cl minus. Cl minus dear NaCl. NaCl means option C. Okay, next one, question number 13 in the same slide. According to Hardy-Sulzer rule, okay, law, the fluctuating power of an ion increases with, okay, what is Hardy-Sulzer rule? Okay, what is the student Hardy-Sulzer rule here? Okay, now greater the valency of fluctuating ion is added, the greater its power, is added, the greater power of its or greater power to cause precipitation. This is comes under Hardy-Sulzer rule. That means here, duration, which one having the greater valency, okay, which has the more or greater power to cause precipitation. That means here which one? Valency means which is comes under charge or not? Charge. For example, something M plus is the one positive sol is there. Okay, like this charge is there. PO4 3 minus, SO4 2 minus, Cl minus. Which one is the greater valency, students? This is a -3 is the greater. This is after -2, then after -1. Then what is the power of the coagulation, dear students? -3, -2, -1. That is here the charge. Okay, the greater the charge, having the greater power to coagulation. That is here. Okay, first option is given, decrease in size, increases in size, wrong the size, it will not be depends. Next one, decreases in charge, increases in charge. Okay, what is the, dear students? Increases in charge. Whenever having the greater valency, okay, greater power to cause the precipitation. That is option D. Next, question number 14. The stability of lyophobic colloids is due to, already we discussed, okay, stability of lyophobic colloids due to, dear students, the given adsorption of covalent molecules on the colloid, wrong, there is no adsorption of colloid molecules. Next one, the size of the particle. Next one, the charge of the particle. Next one, Tyndall effect. Okay, now whenever the lyophobic, if you want to explain the stability of the lyophobic sols or lyophobic colloids, okay, we are having the two reasons already we discussed. One is comes under the charge of the particle, that is very important. Charge of the particle. Okay, because that is also one of the properties which comes under colloidal solutions. Am I correct or not? Okay, Tyndall effect, Brownian movement, charge, electrophoresis, coagulation value. Next one, colligative properties. Next one, its nature. Everything which is comes under properties. That is option C, charge of the particle. Next one, question number 15. Okay, the Bradig's arc method can't be preparing the colloidal solution of. Okay, Braddix method, which is comes under generally dear students, it is the preparation of lyophobic solutions or lyophobic sol. Lyophobic sol, we are having the two methods to prepare. One is comes under dispersion or physical method, second one is comes under condensation or chemical methods. Dispersion methods, what are the things will come? By grinding. Next one by electro dispersion or Braddix method. Next one peptidization. Okay, with the help of this Braddix method, we have to prepare some precious metals such as gold, silver, platinum and so on, etc. Am I correct or not? Check it here, platinum is given. Okay, next one, silver also given. Okay, gold also given. But iron is this comes under precious metal? No, that is option B. Okay, we can't prepare iron here. Am I correct or not? Okay, that is option B. 16, the same slide. The best coagulating, okay, or the best coagulant for the precipitation of FeOH taken thrice, ferric oxide, sorry, ferric hydroxide. Best, what they are asking, coagulating power or coagulating for the precipitation. Coagulation to precipitate. Which one is the best okay, coagulating we are going to consider here? Option A is given Na2HPO3. Okay, sodium hypophosphite. Next one NaNO3. Next one C is given Na3PO4. Next one D Na2SO4. Am I correct or not? Okay, if you take it here, how it will be decomposed? 2Na plus HPO3 minus. First of all, this FeOH thrice which is comes under what type of sol here? Fe3 plus 3 moles of OH minus. That means, dear students, positive charged sol. This positive charged sol which is attracting, okay, towards which of the following coagulation or which of the following this electrolytes we are considering. Here Na plus NO3 minus. Here charge you have to check it. Here -1. Okay, here also -1. Okay, next one here 3 moles of Na plus PO4 3 minus. Next one here 2 moles of Na plus SO4 2 minus. Which one having the greater charge, dear students? PO4 3 minus or not? PO4 3 minus. According to Hardy-Sulji rule, greater the valency of the fluctuating ion, the greater power to, okay, cause precipitation. This is the greater PO4 3 minus. That is comes under option C. Am I correct or not, dear students? Next, we can go for question number 17. The collodion is a 4% solution of which of the following in alcohol ether mixture. This is very important and asking number of times in board exam. What is the definition? Collodion is the 4% solution of the 4% okay, nitrocellulose, okay, in the mixture of alcohol and ether. Nitrocellulose, direct, okay, question. This is 4% of nitrocellulose in the mixture of alcohol and ether. Very important, alcohol and ether. That is okay, option D, dear students. Am I correct? Okay, next one we can go for question number 18. Which of the following has greater CMC? CMC, critical miscellaneous concentration. The concentration which is required, to the formation of the miscellaneous, for the formation of miscellaneous, that concentration is known as CMC. Okay, already we know, given the relation when CMC which is inversely proportional to, okay, alkyl group or length of the carbon chain. Which one having the, okay, more number of carbon atoms having the less CMC, but they are asking, dear students, greater CMC. That means here which one having the less number of carbon atoms having the greater CMC. That is C12 is given, C17 is given, C13 and C15. This is one time they ask in the JEE. This is the question. They given 4 different types of the soap molecules. Among these, okay, 4 soaps, which one having the greater CMC? Just no need to do anything. Which soap molecule has less number of carbon atoms having the greater CMC? CMC, because hydrophobic part should be less, hydrophilic part should be more. That means here it's based on the hydrocarbon part. This one option D, because it has given only 12 carbon atoms. Okay, that is question number 18. Next we can go for question number 19. Okay, blue color. Okay, already we know, dear students. Okay, blue color of the sky is appears due to, what is the reason? Best example we know. Okay, due to what, dear students? Absorption. Okay, absorption of dust particles, reflection of the light by dust, scattering of light by dust particles. Next, the presence of clouds, which are a colloidal dispersion of water particles in air. What is the, dear student? Due to scattering of light. Due to scattering of light by dust particles. Okay, because of that only the sky appears blue. That is the question. Okay, 19th option is C. Okay, next one, question number 20. Cheese is an example of cheese. Okay, we are eating in in our foods also. Cheese is an example of solid solar. Next one, emulsion. Emulsion generally we can consider, dear students, liquid mixture. Next one, gel. Next one, foam. It is obviously we know. Okay, cheese is an example of, dear students, 20th. Okay, this comes under gel like substance. Okay, dear students, this is our MCQ directly, because it is completely based on theory part. Am I correct? Main two things you have to remember. Okay, this like these questions are very important in examination point of view, especially in the competitive exams. Which one having the greater fluctuating value? That point we have to remember. The fluctuating power, which is inversely proportional to fluctuating value. Next one, Hardy-Silje rule. Greater the valency, greater power to cause precipitation. Okay, this is the point of difference between this one and this one. Here they are asking maximum fluctuating value, here also maximum. Okay, because we have to identify what type of soul it is. If you take, this is FeOH trace is given, is it comes under positive or negative slope? How do you know? Just you write here decomposition, Fe3 plus 3OH minus. We want this Fe3 plus is the positive. That means what is the negative? Greater charge we have to consider. -1, here -2, here -3. Greater power -3. This is the very important. Okay, colloidion's definition. Okay, dear students, I hope everyone understood and practice number of questions from surface chemistry. Okay, dear students, thank you.